Okay, I got a great article here. Today is May the 5th, 2017. May 5th, 2017. Russia says that Syria's safe zones will go into effect. Russian officials have said so-called, quote, de-escalation zones will be established in 4 areas in Syria. But Washington said the plan will not hinder the U.S.-led coalition's fight against militants in the country. Great article here is the breakup of Syria, folks. We're headed for some trying times here, and we'll see what happens. Like I said, it's escalating every single day, every single week in Syria. Let's continue on with this article. Russia's defense ministry said Friday that 4 safe areas, or de-escalation zones, agreed to by Moscow and its allies in the region. Moscow's allies are most likely Iran and Syria, right? It will go into effect at midnight on Saturday in Syria, while noting that it will still be a month before all the details are fully hashed out. Yeah, they're all going to carve out Syria. What's going to happen? They're going to balkanize it. Shortly after going into effect, clashes erupted between Syrian government, allied forces, and rebels in the Hamas countryside. The plan, which was agreed to by Russia, Turkey, and Iran, establishes 4 zones located across 8 of the country's 14 provinces. The first and largest includes Idlib province and the adjoining districts of Latakia, Aleppo, and Hama. The second is in the north of central Homs province. The third covers the eastern Ghouta area, and the fourth covers stretches of southern Syria, including Dara, Quneitra province. The 3 governments agreed to plan during a meeting on Friday in Kazakhstan, where peace talks in the capital of Astana have been ongoing. Though the United Nations Syria's envoy Staffan de Mistura hailed the plan, members of the Syrian opposition cried foul, arguing that splitting the country into different zones jeopardized Syria's territorial integrity. The opposition was also vocally against the participation of Iran, which it accused of fueling sectarian violence in the conflict, which has left about 400,000 people dead and led to a massive displacement. The Russian official who signed the plan said the de-escalation zones, which are designed to bring relief to hundreds of thousands of civilians and encourages refugees to return, would bar military aircraft from the U.S.-led coalition. The Air Force of the President Bashar al-Assad, meanwhile, would also halt flights over the 4 zones, but a spokesman for the Pentagon said the plan would impact the U.S. fight against the so-called Islamic State terrorist group, saying it would continue its campaign against the militants. The coalition will continue to target ISIS, the terrorists, wherever they operate to ensure they have no sanctuary, said Pentagon spokesman Marine Major Adrian Rankin Galloway. U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson and his Russian counterpart Sergei Lavrov also spoke over the phone about efforts to de-escalate the ongoing conflict in Syria and supporting the talks in Geneva to move the political solution forward, the State Department said. The United States participates in separate UN-backed peace talks from those in Kazakhstan that have deadlocked despite several rounds of negotiations. A new round of talks is expected later this month. The foreign ministers also discussed a first round of high-level bilateral diplomatic talks set to begin next week in a bid to reduce tensions in Ukraine, Syria, and a range of other issues. Tillerson said last month in Moscow that the working group would look at smaller issues and make progress towards stabilizing the relationship so that we can then address the more serious problems. This is just another escalation. But if you like this video, click subscribe to the channel and like the channel. Thank you very much.